it, and one doesn't have to return and repeat the Shemoneh if you said by mistake Mori Natal Ter Mashiv Baruch. Halacha by V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha is the opposite. That if we completely forget, if anybody completely forgets, say V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha, and complete the Shemoneh, then they have to repeat the Shemoneh. However, there are numerous stages along the way during the Shemoneh where one can rectify the mistake. One can fix and insert V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha even if he missed it in the proper spot. First of all, if a person begins saying the summer edition, which is the V'ten Bracha, Barachenu, so you just throw in V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha. Even if you already started the wrong paragraph, you may throw in V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha at any point before the conclusion of the bracha. Further along, if a person already started to conclude the bracha, and he said Baruch Atah, and he said the Shem Hashem, so then, according to Halacha Bura, he may complete the bracha by saying Lamdeni Chukecha, and then he can go back to say V'ten Bracha, and go from V'ten Tanu Matay Bracha, and go from there until the end, and conclude the bracha in the normal fashion. Let's say he already said Baruch Atah Hashem Mevarech Hashanim. If he did not yet start the next bracha, then he could insert at that point V'ten Tanu Matay Bracha. Just to make it a little bit easy to remember, give some explanation. The poskim write that until you start the next bracha, then the previous bracha really has not been completed yet. Okay, so until you've started the next bracha, even though you've completed it by saying Baruch Atah Hashem Mevarech Hashanim, you have not really completed the bracha until you actually start the next one. So it's still appropriate to throw in V'ten Tanu Matay Bracha until you have begun the next one. Once you begin the next bracha, then the ideal thing is to throw in V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha during the Shema Kolenu. That also is acceptable. So during the Shema Kolenu, at some point, if you realize as you go through the sequence of brachot that you have not said V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha, you may throw in, before you say Mefanech Malkeinu Rekamat Shvenu, you throw in over there at that point V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha. Same thing with if you say Baruch Atah Hashem and you didn't yet say Shomea Tefillah, again, Amdeni Chukecha, and then you could throw in V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha, U'milfanech Malkeinu Rekamat Shvenu, and complete the bracha as normal. Even if you already completed the bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem Shomea Tefillah, as we mentioned before, based on the principle that you have not really completed until you start the next bracha, Avichai, so then you could again, Baruch Atah Hashem Shomea Tefillah, throw in V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha, and then begin Ritzeh. If a person completed the entire Shemoneh Esreh, as we mentioned, and he realized that he did not say V'ten Tanu Matay V'racha, then at any point, meaning even for Arvit, not like Ya'aleh V'yavo and Rosh Chodesh, he must repeat the Shemoneh Esreh. Maybe if it's too much to remember, B'ezras Hashem, the video is going out, so you can try to review. I also recommend, if you can get your hands on the new Art Scroll Sephardic Sidur, they have a very, very concise review of these halachot in the back, page 668, on halacha 112.